Man, what's going on, fam? You know what it is, Big Brother John, a.k.a. Silverback. Got up early this morning, feeling great, feeling good. Something was on my mind, and I know I've been doing a lot of videos instead of the live, but sometimes you just need to go ahead and jump on and do what's needed to be done and do what's been called in your spirit. At this time in our life during this COVID thing, I'm noticing there's a lot of us chasing the negativity. I'm talking about those of us that are supposed to be wholesome and most of us who are supposed to be whole. Each and every one of us, no matter what comes your way, embrace your narrative. Okay, the COVID is happening, so you're gonna shut everything down till it's over. So that means when the next COVID comes, which might be a divorce, you're just gonna shut it down. You're gonna shut your life down if the divorce comes. You're gonna shut your life down if you get fired. You're going to shut your life down if your child ain't acting the way they used to act, like acting like strangers, like you never really raised them. You're going to shut it down. It was just on my mind. You know, I was down there picking up these heavy white, these wet tops. And I said, man, too many times we buying the change in the narrative. Because you know why? It makes you lonely. It makes you by yourself. You don't have the support you need. So I just want to drop a little gem. Brother John will drop some gems to you. Man, good morning. Good morning, Sister Evans. Good morning, Big Skip. I'm going to drop this gem to you. And I use the Bible as a foundation, as a planning ground for me to think. And then I really look at those who are written about in that word. So today we're going to look at Jesus. Let's don't look at all the little biased things you got about the person. But let's look at the person's life. And if you look at the narrative of why Jesus came, and not listen to the narrative that's preached from the pulpit or preaching the Christmas story or preached in a Thanksgiving story or made for movies, because they got to taint it down when stuff is made for movies. That's why half of the people, you don't get it. If someone tried to do my life in a movie, it'd be so watered down you wouldn't think it was me. But I'm going to let you know something about Jesus. Like when Jesus' narrative was what? To come forth with the creative power from the Creator and change the narrative, how people looked at themselves. But when you get to other people, they say, no, he wanted to change and make you only think about going to heaven. No, Jesus came with a narrative to make you change the way you think about yourself. And that's the hardest narrative that we won't embrace. We won't embrace the narrative. How do you think about yourself? What's your true worth? What are you willing to sacrifice? Who are you willing to lose? What places are you willing to stop going? What things are you willing to stop buying? So you can live the narrative that you was created to live. Because at the end of the day, too many of us, we are actually just mimicking another YouTube channel, another Instagram channel, another Facebook Live channel. We're button to just being mimicking people instead of just being ourselves, not knowing our authentic self is so much needed at this time. People want me to get on here and talk about some shootings or talk about some murders. No, there's enough of that on here. What about you? What about me? When we look at the narrative of Jesus, we see a person that was born from a young girl out of wedlock. Let's really look at the narrative. No, and the manger and angels were singing and all these, Rup-a-Bump-Bum and all these musicals that we done made. No, a young girl had a baby out of wedlock, bit her back out, talked about her like a dog, right? So what you think they did with him when he came forth? You think they just said, oh, this is God's son. Oh, this is a special baby right here. Look at this baby. No, they did what you do in the hood because he lived in the hood. Look at historical facts. He lived in work a lower class carpenter. They said, man, look at this little bastard right here. Don't act up. Especially you saint, you sold out saints. Just everything's holy. You remember them words when we was kids, when we were young adults. And grandma or auntie or uncle, you had a child out of wedlock, and the first thing, look, a little bastard over there. And they meant it. This child wasn't worth anything because the parents weren't married when they had him. Not that they not together. They weren't married when they had him. Little bastard right there. And then they said it around the other kids. So when the other kids couldn't beat them in basketball or in track or didn't have better clothes than them, the first thing, at least I got a daddy, you old bastard. So could you imagine the trials and tribulations growing up as a young man from an out-of-wedlock pregnancy in the hood where everybody knew your whole family, they knew your grandmother and your auntie and all that, and he had to still stick with the narrative, which was to teach people to embrace who they were as a whole. And then as the scriptures say, I think he did miracles way before he was 30, but then the word miracle is not even in the Bible. It means sign. He came as a sign, not a miracle. There's no such word. We'll get into that later because we like, well, it's going to take a miracle. There's no such word. The word that's used for Yahshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ, every time he did something, they said, no, he was a sign. A sign meant that you know that he's anointed by God because look what he's doing. Look at the signs he's leaving behind to let you know who he is. Yeah. Like when you stop using drugs and you stop using alcohol and you start living right and now you can afford to have a nice home and you can afford to have a car and you can afford to have that boo. Yeah, you brothers like me, you got to be able to afford to have that boo. Cause I'm gonna dress her up, make her look nice. You got signs that your life has changed. Ain't nobody want to hear you talk about your life. They want to see it. So in Jesus' life, in his narrative, he stuck to it. See, when you stick to your narrative, people get to see the change in you. People get to see the blessings in your life. I don't mean no church blessings. I mean just to see that, okay, you went to college, you got a better life. And they get to see it in a narrative of your life. Your life is a narrative. If you like it or not, your life is a narrative. And you know, most people want to pull you back. See, once you start being successful and once you start moving forward and the narrative changes and you ain't on the corner no more and you ain't drinking that 40 with shorty and you ain't passing no blunts and you ain't having kid and you ain't smashing no more. Now here come the naysayers. See, once Jesus started doing the signs, the naysayers came, the haters came. You know, Jesus was walking around helping people out, so the naysayers came. Ain't that Negro from, man, that dude, yeah, you know where that Negro from. He from Nazareth. He from the other side of town. He bum dude. You know, they don't do nothing but hustle, drink, and have babies out. And matter of fact, he a little bastard anyway. His mother had him out of wedlock. Let me tell you something when you stick to your narrative. The first thing please don't be looking for no applause. I know that's what you want. You want everybody to applaud. Oh man, it's good to see you ain't doing what you used to do, but they don't do that. It's good to see you you ain't in jail no more. Now it's 20 years later, good to see you ain't in jail, bruh. That's what you got to say to me? It's good to see I ain't in jail. I ain't been in prison 20-something years, baby. No, I should say, it's good to see you alive. It's good to see you giving out. Not giving back, because you don't got to give back. It's good to see that you're helping the community. It's good to see that you're doing, because you know that's what we stuck on. Once you start doing good, well, why ain't you giving back? Well, where was you at the time when I put the seed in the ground? Where was you at when I needed some water? Where you needed when I needed some nurturing? Where was you at when I needed some sunlight? But as soon as you get successful, the first thing people say, they try to obligate you to give back. Ain't never came to a basketball game for you. Ain't never came to a football. Ain't never bought you a cleat. Never bought you the little tacks on the bottom of the cleats. But you got to give back because you made it out the hood. Yeah, you need to give back. That's what's wrong with these church. They don't give back. That's us. That's us. That's our people. You telling the church to give back and you never went to church. These churches need to do this and that in the community. You never went to one church and you telling the church to feed your family now. Oh, now you believe in Jesus, huh? Now you want to believe in God, huh? Now God on the front line, huh? See, when you are willing to embrace your narrative, listen to me. The last thing that this world is going to give you when you embrace who you truly are and you love who you truly are is love. This world ain't giving you no love. And you know, especially your community, especially your auntie, your uncle. We ain't talking about no strangers. We not going to talk about no strangers. Once you get your life together and get it on track the way you want to live and you not living to the narrative of this world, you in trouble. They going to pull up stuff you did in the 80s. They gonna go way back to the 80s. They gonna go back to Belmore. I mean, elementary school. Everybody don't know much elementary. They go back to elementary school on you, just to tear you down so you don't change the narrative. And for some reason, Jesus knew this. Oh yeah, they would come approaching while you helping people on the Sabbath. So you mad that I'm helping people on a day that you made holy and set apart, that God said is for man, and you telling me not to bless nobody. Oh, you thought I was going to bring this? Now he doing the right thing, and they hating on him. Healing people. Don't do that. Hold on for a minute. What you making that lame person walk for? Why you out there talking to crackheads? Why you out there talking to alcoholics? Ain't you scared of those people? No, because them people once was me. See, once you brace your narrative and do what you've been called to do, you in trouble. And if this corona thing is your excuse why you ain't doing what you supposed to do, I'm going to pray for you. You better not use this corona thing as no excuse why you ain't doing what you've been called to do. You don't hear all them cars? You see all them cars out there? You see them flying? This is during the corona thing. That many cars, they flying. Ain't nobody worried about. Don't you use this time to stop fulfilling your dreams. Okay, you can't go to school today. Go online and get you an algebra book. They free. I'm learning so much stuff you can get online. But don't you change the narrative, because while you're doing what you are called to do, or you're doing your passion, people are not supporting you because they're not going to support you. Now, let Big Brother John come into your house. Let me come all in your house. They ain't supporting you. And how somebody gonna support you and they don't even not get themselves right yet? They happy where they are. They happy still drinking. They happy still partying. They happy still ducking child support payments. They happy being a booty call. They happy getting called 2 a.m. They happy blaming their baby daddy. They happy blaming their baby mama. That's all you see on Facebook. Blame game, blame game, blame game, blame game. Everybody want to blame somebody. But let me tell you what Jesus did. Jesus said, nah, I'm going to do my narrative. He was so good at what he did, they set him up. That they put a hit out on him. Sound familiar, don't it? Everybody in our community that embraces their narrative and won't be bought off or sold off or be a sellout, wind up what? Getting murdered, either physically or their reputation. Everybody that's not willing to buy into the narrative of our culture, that want to help to bless our culture, look what happens to them. And the saddest thing about it is we embrace their downfall. We gossip about them. We make emojis about them. We disrespect them. Because they are willing to embrace a narrative so your son or daughter can have a better school, a better environment. And you call them names like Uncle Tom, and you need to look that word up. Uncle Tom is not a bad thing. Look up the characteristics of an Uncle Tom. I'm asking you to do that today. Look up, before the next time you call a black man or a black woman Uncle Tom, look at the history of Uncle Tom. See that Uncle Tom, they did what I'm just saying. They changed the narrative. You better see the history of Uncle Tom and how they turned his reputation around and made that black man look like a bad person. You know why? Because he was unwilling to give up them 2 young sisters so that man could rape them. And they beat him to the inch of his life, then murdered him. Look up the history of Uncle Tom. All these religious people talking about Uncle Tom, all these people that's talking. You listen to all these black leaders, as soon as they say Uncle Tom, you need to cut them off. That means they don't study. That's why the Bible tells you to study, show yourself approved, rightly dividing the word of truth. Not just the Bible, everything you do. So you want to call me Uncle Tom? I'll take it on the chin. I ain't gonna take no 2 young women and let no man do what they want with them little babies. They was 11 and 12. Yeah, I'm an Uncle Tom. Learn our history. You know what's sad? Listen to this. And I'm gonna stay on this narrative. We will call each other, right, Uncle Toms to hurt each other, not knowing that Uncle Tom was a brilliant, strong black man, right? We use the word Uncle Tom, which is something that means strength and fortitude, to beat another black person down, right? That's what we do. Your Uncle Tom don't know that Uncle Tom is really a person that is strong, and he stood still and got murdered for the cause. But you will turn around and let somebody call you a nigger, and you'll be like, I'm a bad nigga. You'll turn around and let somebody call you a dog. I know they're going to stop this broadcast. I know they're going to do that. Sisters, you will let somebody call you a B-I-T-C-H. And you be a queen B-I-T-C-H. I can't say that word. I just can't. My mother come from the grave and smacked the teeth out my mouth. What's up, B-I-T-C-H? Hey, B-I-T-C-H. Not knowing that it does not mean female dog. Learn the etymology of words that you say. Learn the forensic linguistics of words. That word means a female dog of any kind ready to get breeded. That's why they used to call our young sisters at 11 and 12 in chattel slavery wenches. That wench is ready to be breeded. See, the word wench and B-I-T-C-H is the same thing. They're English words. Oh, English words, that wench. And you walking around calling our sisters B-I-T-C-H's to the point where they're embracing some sick thinking like that. You a man that is moving things and forward, and you in the rap industry, and you in the music industry, and you on social platforms calling brothers niggas. But as soon as somebody call you Uncle Tom, you'll shoot him in the face. I'm the opposite. You call me a nigga, you waking up somewhere. Yeah, that's right, with Jesus on my mind and everything. With Jesus on my mind and everything. I ain't nobody's nigga. And it don't mean that you ignorant to know. Nigga means you the bottom of the dirt. Like if there's a shoe, then there's dirt. You're under the dirt of the bottom of the shoe. Learn that etymology about the word nigga. Did a dictionary cost? I think I got a cheap one for about $500. Get an etymology dictionary, so it can teach you where the words were birthed at. Oh no, that means over there and they say over in Israel, over in Judah. No, see, it says negra. No, it said that man said negra, right? Negra. So how is negra and nigger the same? Really? Negra, nigger. And you know it was a connotation that was used to belittle men, boy, call him boy, a grown man, 60 years old, calling him boys and niggas. So let's get back to Yahshua that stayed on his narrative. During this time, stay on your narrative, and believe me, you're going to go through some rough times. And I'm asking you to embrace. Your family's not going to have your back like you thought. Because even Jesus, the Pharisees, Sadducees, and Sanhedrins told them, go get, they said, go, ain't that your brother in there trying to help people out? Go get him. His family went in there. They could tell him to stop. His own family. Watched him raised up, seen all the hell he went through and everything. That didn't work. So then they used the judicial system. Notice who really killed him was his own. But they used the judicial system to kill him and set him up. That's why they said they washed their hands of it. They said, we don't have nothing to do with this. Now notice the judicial system said, we don't have nothing to do with this. And his own kind said, murky, kill him. Give him the worst death on this planet. Everybody didn't get crucified or stuck to a torture stake. That torture stake meant you were a low down, no good, murdering, rapist, criminal. Everybody didn't go to torture stake. Like everybody don't go to electric chair. We under the same laws. Everybody don't go to electric chair. You go to penitentiary or you go to the county. But those few that we think that are irreplaceable, that they'll never be changed, we give them to electric chair. That's what the crucifixion meant. So you can stop people from murdering, killing, and raping. That's why they hung you high. Not on a cross, on a stake. Stop mixing that stuff up. Learn the word. But Jesus went through all that. And he kept to the narrative. So what I get out of studying the word and what I get out of Jesus is this. I'm sticking to my narrative. And I know people gonna come at me. I I know my family not going to support me like I want them to. I know those that are friends of me might scared her because Jonathan is too vocal, too passionate. My own family told me I got too much passion. Slow it down. Calm it down. Stop talking about Jehovah's Witnesses. Stop talking about, calm your passion down. Wow. When I stopped by the crib and laid that bread on you, you ain't telling me to calm down. When I was passionate about moving kilos of cocaine, I wasn't told to calm down. When I was, coming through the house and here go a couple dollars, here go a couple dollars, wasn't no calm down. But when we start living right and having a passion to bless our neighbors and bless our family and bless these young brothers and sisters that we keep writing off like they ain't nothing, I gotta calm down. This is for everybody that's in business. Everybody that's chasing your dreams. Everyone that, I know the state buildings closed down. You still keep your business plan. Hold on to your business plan. Still put your money in. Don't you waste that money getting no nails done because they opened up one of these hair and beauty salon. Hold your money that you've been saving to start your business. Hold on to it. And when this thing opened up and you put your mask on to go down that state building and get your LLC or just your sole proprietorship, you're going to do good. I just want you to stay to the narrative. For the last 30 days, we've been pushing businesses. We've been pushing them. We've been pushing businesses. You know why? Because it's free. And because it only takes me 1 minute and 30 seconds to post all those businesses. And you know why I post them? Because I want to. You know why I post them? Because no one else didn't want to. I'm going to do it. To show each and every person that you see me post, I love you. And I believe in you. And can't nobody tell me no different. If you taking the time and energy to open up a company, the narrative that's been put in me from birth is to bless you. And if Jesus can take it on the chin, I can take it on the back of him. You can bust him in the back of my head, bust me across my back. The narrative is this. Stick to the narrative that you've been blessed to have and make this thing right. Stick to your narrative. And stay healthy and stay strong. And stop and stop finding reasons like this COVID thing to slow down. Don't you slow down. Keep writing your business plan and do what you got to do. I just wanted to get on here and tell you I love you. I thank God for blessing us with this 30 day of pushing black businesses. Ain't no racist thing. You don't say it when you pushing them Jewish businesses or the Korean businesses or the African businesses. I know y'all want to be African. The African businesses or the people from India pushing businesses. But when we push ourselves, oh, Brother John, you pushing racism. Ain't that too light, though, y'all? Don't you do that? Hold on. You know I'm going to laugh at you because I don't care. I'm going to push these businesses till I can't push them no more. I love each and every one of you. There's a narrative that's been birthed in you. There's a narrative that's in you. Hold on to your narrative. If your narrative is to help young people, please don't wait till you get your degree in psychology. Just find some people on the block and bless them. If your narrative is to feed the homeless, make some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, put them in your trunk, and go feed the homeless. You don't need man say so to live your narrative. Because I'm going to tell you like this. Pharisees, Sadducees, Sanhedrists, Anises, and the lawgivers, right? They all was up under a man to tell them they was somebody. Jesus was not ordained by not one of them. Now we won't even listen to a man speak unless he ordained by one of these big time preachers. Like the big time preacher actually birthed him into this world. That's why you'll never hear me tell you somebody's the father of my faith. I got one father of the faith, and that's the Creator. I don't need nobody to co-sign what I'm doing. If you ain't going to pay all my bills and let me have children, because I want at least 20 children. If you can't afford me to have 20 more children, you can't be my father of the faith. See? They run away when you say stuff like that. They run. Jesus was anointed for his calling, and not one man said, yep, I'm a vouch for him. Now we got dudes who won't even go off the ministry, and women won't go on in ministry unless somebody vouch for you. That's sad. But they're not going to pay the $50,000 to $60,000 to $75,000 for you to go to seminary, and you want them to vouch for you and ordain you. Really? But they're not paying for you to go to school. They're not going to pay you for the education. They're not going to pay you for the tireless nights. They ain't going to pay you for you being away from your family and your theses and going through that Greek and that Hebrew to give you a headache. But they want to put their name on you being ordained. Nope, that's just that's a little side thing. You know, Brother John get this feeling sometime. I love each and every one of you. Have a good morning. And remember this. Whatever you are ordained to do not let nobody change the narrative that's in here. Because it's for a reason. I love each and every one of y'all. Enjoy your morning. If you man, stick to these companies. Let's stick to it. All right, family? This is Big Brother John saying, Shalom Yisrael, Elanai, Elaheno, Elai, Ked, Baruch, Kavol, Makatul, Lahelem, Vayad, which means, hear, O people of the Creator, the Lord your God is one. The Lord your God alone. You follow nobody but the Creator. There's no middleman. There's no partition anymore. You go straight to the Creator. And I'm gonna let you study on that one. I love each and every one of you. Enjoy your day and be a blessing to somebody. But please bless yourself first. Love you. Peace. Shalom.